guys, I'm your educator Shulagna Ghoto. So, in this part 3, after prokaryotic transcription, today I gonna discuss about eukaryotic transcription. So, let's start. Though there are 3 steps in case of prokaryotes, but in case of eukaryotes, there are mainly 4 steps in transcription, like formation of initiation complex, initiation, elongation, and termination. Now let's see what are the process of formation of initiation complex in case of eukaryotes. So first of all, the promoter region of DNA antisense or template strand contains a Tata box, which is located about 25 to 30 base pair upstream from the transcription start site and has a consensus or similar sequence of TATAAT in case of almost all eukaryotes. Then the first transcription factor, that means transcription factor 2D, come and bind with the Tata box by the binding subunit of transcription base protein or TBP. Okay, and then transcription factor 2A following transcription factor 2D come and bind with it to form a DA complex. And then transcription factor B bind with DA complex, and then transcription factor come along with RNA polymerase 2 and bind with the complex, and then transcription factor E and transcription factor 2J must be added, and lastly, which is very much important factor, transcription factor 2H added and complete the initiation complex formation. Now we should know the functions of various transcription initiation factors, which are very much important. So first of all, transcription factor 2D, which can recognize the core promoter and recruit transcription factor 2B. Transcription factor 2A can stabilize the transcription factor 2D and promoter binding. Transcription factor 2B can recruit RNA polymerase 2 and transcription factor 2F. Transcription factor 2E can recruit transcription factor 2H and modulate its activities. Now the most important, transcription factor 2H, it has mainly 9 subunits, and among them 2 subunits have ATPase and helicase activities. By this, it can use the energy from hydrolysis of ATP to separate the strand of duplex template DNA at start site and allowing them the polymerase to initiate transcription. And among 9 subunits, the 7th subunit have kinase activities. By this, it can transfer gamma phosphate of ATPase to the C-terminal repeat domain in the largest tail portion of the RNA polymerase 2. Now in the next step, that means in the initiation step, after open promoter complex formation by initiation complex, then initiation starts, and RNA polymerase 2 contain 2 nucleotide binding sites, that means initiation site and elongation site. The initiating RNTPs or ribonucleotide triphosphates bind to the enzyme and form hydrogen bond with a complementary base in DNA at initiation site. And in the elongation site, it is then filled with nucleotide triphosphates or RNTPs that are selected by its ability for hydrogen binding to the next base in DNA strand. Then the 2 nucleotides are joined together through phosphodiester bond by releasing one water molecule, and the first base is released from initiation site. Then RNA polymerase moves in the relative direction so that the enzyme shifted exactly by one nucleotide distance. And after this initiation, TF2E become released from the initiation complex. Then in the next step, that means in the elongation step, after few nucleotides are added to the growing pre-mRNA chain, then TF2H adds phosphates to serine residues in the carboxy terminal domain of RNA polymerase II by its kinase activity. And this phosphorylation releases attachment of CTD or carboxy tail domain of TF2D and also TF2H. Then the chain elongation process is carried out by RNA polymerase II, TF2J and TF2F. A newly formed RNA chain then grows in the 5' to 3' direction, that means unidirectionally. And in this process or in this step elongation, three main incidents occur at the time of elongation, that means 5' capping of mRNA, splicing of introns and polyadenylation at 3' end. These three I will discuss in my next video or next part of this video, okay? Now in the last step, that means in the termination step, termination does not require Rho factor as in prokaryotes, right? So termination is rather carried out by core enzyme, that means by RNA polymerase II itself, by virtue of its ability to recognize certain sites in DNA template which are called termination signal sites. This has mainly three distinct features. First of all, it has inverted repeat base sequence containing central repeat sequence which allow the formation of hairpin loop configuration leading to the excision of RNA transcript. And also it has high GC rich sequence and also it has high AT rich sequence. So the hairpin structure become formed in growing RNA chain which get easily dissociated from RNA template and hence termination occurs. Now let's see an animated video of eukaryotic transcription, then you can get a better clarity. So let's see. So first of all, at the data box, transcription base protein come and bind with it. Then other transcription factors bind to transcription base protein or TBP into the bent DNA. Then RNA polymerase II come along with other transcription factors to complete the transcription initiation complex formation. Then we can see RNA polymerase proceeds gradually by adding nucleotides to form a complete pre-mRNA strand. So, hope your concept about this topic have been clear after this session. There has provided a link of e-quiz into the description box so you can score healthy marks and test yourself by those questions. And if you have any doubt or facing any problem during solving those questions, then after scoring you can ask me into the comment section, and also you can reach to us through our mail ID which is into the description box. I'm so much happy to say that in previous lessons I've got your lots of responses and doubts through mail, so don't miss the chance to get a healthy score. Lastly, thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe our channel, then you can get notifications about my next videos which is coming on every Sunday. So stay safe, stay tuned. Bye.